Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, let's thank Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala who has been giving us some mercies and blessing so that we can attend this meeting without any troubles at all. Secondly, may salawat and salam be with our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who has guided us from darkness to the lightness in the world. Now let's introduce myself. Hello, my name is Kamilia Nadifa Zahra. You can call me Nadifa. And I student at Maulana Malik Ibrahim State Islamic University Malang in the Faculty of Science and Technology in the Department of Chemistry in the Chemistry class of C. Now I will explain about my resume. My resume is chemical hazards or lab safety. Many of the chemicals we use in the lab are potentially dangerous, especially under high heat, pressure, or when they are mixed with other chemicals. There are two main tools that we use to identify chemical hazards: safety data sheets and chemical labels. Every chemical in the lab is required to have a technical document called a safety data sheet or SDS, usually provided by the manufacturer. These were formerly known as material safety data sheets or MSDS. The safety data sheet is a one-stop shop to find out a chemical's properties, hazards, and safety precautions. Know the location of the safety data sheets in your lab and review them before working with a chemical for the first time. GHS is an acronym for the Globally Harmonized System of Classification and Labeling of Chemicals. This new system provides an international standard format for safety data sheets. All SDS must now be organized into 16 sections. Section 1 is identification. Here, you'll find the chemical's name, description, and the manufacturer's contact information. 2. Hazard identification. This section lists signal words, warnings, and safety symbols. 3. Composition is a list of ingredients. 4. First aid measures. What the required treatment for a person who's been exposed. Section 5. Firefighting measures. 6. Accidental release measures. These are instructions for containment and cleanup of spills or leaks. 7. Handling and storage requirements, and 8. Exposure controls and personal protection. This describes has exposure limits and recommendation for PPE. Section 9 is physical and chemical properties, such as appearance, odor, pH, flash point, solubility, and evaporation rate. Section 10 is stability and reactivity, how to avoid hazardous reactions. 11. Toxicological information. Find out about the likelihoods of exposure, symptoms, as well as short, long-term effects. And section 12 until 16 are not mandatory, but you should at least be familiar with them. Ecological, disposal, transport, and regulatory considerations. And in section 16 is for any other pertinent information. This is where you'll find the SDS was prepared along with the last known revision. Safety data sheets provide a lot of information about how to use chemicals safely in lab. But there's also another way to learn about a chemical, and that's by reading its label. The new GHS format requires each chemical in the label with the product name, a signal word such as danger or caution, physical how an environmental hazard statement, precautionary statement, pictograms, first aid instructions, and the supplier's contact information. And pictograms consist of a symbol on a white background, framed in a red border. Each pictogram represents a specific hazard. Health, flammability, toxicity, compressed gas, skin and eye protection, unstable explosives, oxiders, and in oxiders is a chemical that initiates combustion through the release of oxygen, environmental hazards, and acute toxicity. Now, we know how to identify potential chemical hazards by looking at both safety data sheets, and chemical labels. So, thank you. I would like to finish up by saying thank you for your time and for your attention. I would like to thank you all for taking time to listen to my presentation. I hope what I have shared will be beneficial for all of us. That is all from me. Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.